Welcome everyone to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 52. Yes, 52. Probably going to be a short podcast today as we haven't got much in the way of topics. And also, Pink isn't here because he's got a ton of business because guess what? He works retail and it's the fucking Christmas season. I'm pretty sure it's mass anarchy over there. There's fucking murder in the streets. They've got
So go ahead.
the crowds are rioting outside of the WalMarts and building bulldozers to knock down the front doors.
But yeah, because of Pink's absence and the lack of topics, this podcast will only be 12 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fucking. It's gonna be real easy to upload this one. So yeah, I'm Alex. I'm always here, and there's Addy. He's almost always here. I think there's one podcast you missed since the
Yeah.
reboot.
I wanna say, hmm, I think I missed like half a podcast. Yeah, I missed half a podcast.
Yeah, you were
I
there for
missed
like
I
a.
missed 1 hour.
Yeah, your internet was freaking out. So you're there for like a half hour, and then it was just bugging out, and you're roboting
No,
in and
no,
out.
no, no, no. I had to go. I had to leave the house, so I was here for 2 hours, and then for the last hour I left, I think.
Ah, okay, yeah. So yeah, our pretty much our only topics are Fallout 76, huge train wreck, Red Dead Online, huge train wreck. So let's start with Fallout 76 because Red Dead Online is gonna kind of bleed over into what I've been doing this past week. But Fallout 76, massive fucking train wreck. There's nothing to do. Because when they unveiled this game, they're kind of making it sound like it'd be an MMO and that there'd be, tons and tons of players running around, right?
Well, wrong.
24 player servers.
Oh shit. I didn't know that it was that bad.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that there's several nuclear silos would make you think that there'd have to be more than 24 players, right? But I guess it's built to assume that there's only teams of 4 players. Like, if we look over at, say, I don't know, Ark Survival Evolved, over there it's nothing to have a team, a base camp made up of 24 players. So any idea of competing with Ark or Conan over that shit is just out the window.
And then it just talks as a Fallout game as well because it was made by Bethesda.
Right, so it's incredibly buggy in many regards. As we pointed out last week, the humorous bug where if you can increase your frame rate, your character moves faster, which just cracks me up incredibly. Incredibly fucking buggy. There are no NPCs, no human NPCs. Apparently, there's a ton of robot NPCs, though, because when they advertised going in that the only humans would be the players, they probably shit their pants and realized, oh shit, they still needed to have quests.
Who gives a shit? Put them in a sandbox. That's what people want for 60 plus bucks.
Yeah, and the quests I do not know a whole lot about. My understanding was that they're all generic Radiant quests of go kill 6 of whatever, go collect 12 bear asses.
So it is an MMO, is what you're saying.
Yeah. An MMO if you took out everything that's good about MMOs.
So
Which,
an MMO.
well, I mean, the social element is just more or less gone. And that's where Addy says that's where Addy's antisocial part comes on. The so all that's a massive fucking pain in the ass. There's did I point out last week the amusing bug where there's a guy whose character could not die?
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, guy fucking had nukes dropped on him, several, and just didn't give a shit.
The ultimate killing machine.
So now apparently there's been a whole issue, and this sounds like the kind of thing that would suffer from like Bethesda's not sure what to do, or maybe a
Oh, right.
miscommunication
Right. This is a
communication
great
error.
thing.
But apparently, Bethesda at one point was saying that they'd be giving out refunds, but now they are refusing refunds to any who purchase the game digitally.
Not only that, not only that, but bags. So
Oh,
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Um, People bought the like $100 plus edition, whatever the hell, the Power Armor edition, which was supposed to give you, I want to say, like either fake leather or actual leather bags.
a canvas bag.
They I don't know. I don't like Fallout or Bethesda. So
I think canvas is the
um
material. I'm not an expert on.
yeah,
I'm
that is
no
the material.
tailor.
But so instead of that, people got nylon bags, I think, which are like freaking advertisement bag quality.
Oh yeah,
And I'm saying that because that's the same material they use in advertisement bags. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. I'm pretty sure as well. It's a cheapy material.
So instead of, being like, well, shit, sorry, here's your money somehow. No, here's $5 of in-game currency. In-game currency. $5.
I mean, there is some part of this that sounds smart. I would almost say that it probably would have been fine if they gave them more than $5 worth of it. Because I mean, the idea of giving them more in-game currency would encourage them to then, get into the Skinner box, right?
Yeah.
And just continue to spend money. But it's the fact that it's only $5 is really insulting. I mean, obviously, not granting a total refund for the whole thing over just the fact that the material change in the bag would be a bit unreasonable. And I think this is the kind of situation where you'd either get a full refund or no refund because of the oddities of computer services and what have you.
Yeah, and then here's the thing. In the tweet that you posted in the Discord, they don't even apologize. They're just like, we understand the issue that people don't like that we made this decision, so here's $5.
No,
Surely
they
that
do
will.
apologize. Midway through they say we are sorry right there.
Oh right, I didn't see it.
Addy forgot how to read for a moment.
No, Eddie just hates Bethesda.
He saw red.
Yeah, no, I just block out anything that can redeem them.
Yeah, I'm trying to take the moderate stance here because I know you're gonna be taking the bull charge ahead.
Yeah, with both of these topics because I like both of the companies backing them, just a lot. I actually like Bethesda more than Rockstar though. Like at
That's
least,
bullshit. That's bullshit, and you know it. At least Rockstar puts a decent story in most of their games.
eh, eh.
Well, GTA 5, no, I'd agree GTA 5's story was crap, but Red Dead 1, GTA 4, Red Dead 2.
I don't know.
So yeah,
I liked.
the other story is Red Dead Online. Oh boy. So unlike Fallout 76, I actually played Red Dead Online, so I can actually talk about it.
And then, and the Red Dead Redemption 2 fell down the stairs for the rest of the summer. The customers better be worried. Oh boy.
Here's the thing. Fallout 76 is a train wreck on several parts. It's not going to make much profit at all. It's probably not going to make back the amount of money they put into it, right? Red Dead Online is going to make oodles of money. Because the issues with Red Dead Online are not the kinds that scare off, like, they're the kinds that only scare off casual adult gamers who have no interest, but it won't scare off hardcore adult gamers who are willing to invest hundreds upon thousands of hours into this, and it won't scare off casual kid gamers who will go and get their mom and dad's credit cards to pay off the microtransactions. It's only going to spook the adult casual gamers who are like, I don't have the time for this and I'm not going to spend money on it. So Red Dead Online, massive microtransaction fest, in quite possibly the most hilarious regard. So each individual mission you do is going to give you a payout of roughly $2. Each online match you do is going to give you a payout of roughly $2. Each free roam mission can be interrupted by other players constantly. There are no private servers, so you can't escape them. Gold is the other form of currency. You get 3 gold nuggets for every multiplayer game you complete, every multiplayer game you win, If you lose a multiplayer game, you only get the money. And for every free roam mission you do, which again can be interrupted by other players. Now, this would be fine if everything in the game costed like $5 or $10, but they don't. Pretty much every gun costs upwards of $100. Several of the really good ones cost $1,000. Horses, I haven't checked, but I've heard nasty stories. I
Yeah,
am definitely...
just in the things that I quoted here, a decent horse would unlock like or would take 3 weeks of 40 hour a week plays.
It's difficult to say. Here's the thing. I haven't checked horse prices, and I don't trust people on the internet because they are prone to bitching about shit that doesn't exist. Whining and bitching and moaning. So he could be talking about Arabians. Because Arabians are the top-level horse that everyone loves to talk about how much they love in Red Dead. So he could be talking about that, and he could just be following the theory of you need to get the best equipment in the game to be competitive, which is a definite theory, but there's several other horses. And the Arabian is the fastest, but it's not the toughest. But, and of course, haircuts cost about $15. Clothes cost like upward of 10, definitely upward of 20, that kind of thing. Several of the clothes are exclusive to gold. You can't buy them with money. You have to buy them with gold bars, and they cost like 2 gold bars, a lot of the clothes do. And it's not even the crazy stuff you'd expect. It's just mundane hat. It's like one cowboy hat out of several will be worth gold bars instead of dollars. Like, it'd make more sense if it were like pimp hats, but you know.
But do the gold bars turn you into a robot with a freaking katana?
Not yet. Well, here's the thing. Everybody was worrying about that instead. Here's the thing. So going in, everybody figured it would follow the same program as GTA Online did. GTA Online, at its launch, made it so that basically everything that was in the single-player game was available in the multiplayer game for a reasonable price. The heaviest thing you could get was a tank for like $10 million, and that made sense. Because it's a fucking tank, right?
Yeah.
And like a minigun a minigun probably would have only been like 500 or something. Who the fuck knows? And the payouts were reasonable. Doing a mission was probably going to net you $50, or no, $50. I was undercutting it. Excuse me. Your average multiplayer game would probably have given you like several $1,000s. So you worked towards what you wanted and you got there. There was a reason to do things. Red Dead Online, there was no reason to ever actually play. What you were doing is, like, with how little every bit of work you do nets you any real profit, it feels like the meat of the game is directly supposed to be running around in free roam and killing each other. Because there is no private servers, there is no passive mode, there is no friendly servers like Red Dead Online 1 had, which holy fuck do I miss those. So free roam is currently run by roaming packs of posses that usually stick to the major cities, especially any cities that have a butcher. Because right now the only way to make any real money in this game is through hunting. Because they didn't debuff the hunting prices, which I'm sure they'll work on. But right now, at the current moment, every pig carcass you bring in is worth $5. And why would you ever go and complete a free roam mission or do an online shootout when you can just go and fucking kill a pig and haul him into town for $5, right? So the current money market is for posses to roam around the towns near butchers and wait for people to come to them with pig carcasses, shoot them down, steal the pig carcasses, and sell the pig carcasses themselves.
So kind of like the actual Wild West.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's the thing. It's now actually an environment where you are, as a cowboy, the best way to make money is cattle rustling. And now you've got cattle rustlers rustling the cattle of other cattle rustlers, right?
Yeah.
Which is entertaining, but you have to keep in mind that a lot of the free roam missions are about robbing stagecoaches, robbing trains, stealing whole gold bars. So they should be paying out big money. And there's a particularly hilariously insulting... The first cutscene you get in Red Dead Online, you're in prison, right? And you're being delivered to who the fuck knows where in the mountains. and 3 gangsters show up, hold up the wagon you're being held in, and free you. And then the leader of the gang pays the other 2 gang members $50, and they say, $50? But we were just standing around looking tough. He's like, yeah, but here's $50 anyways. And that's the most insulting part. Because you will be fucking going to war with the entirety of the United States for $2.50, for $3.50. $3.50, you know?
Yeah.
And these 2 fucks apparently get paid $50 for sitting on their asses. So some people are questioning if maybe this is, some people are right now questioning if Red Dead Online's beta is deliberately hobbling payouts as a way of, first, testing the waters to see how much of microtransactions the players will handle. Secondly, to prevent beta players from getting too much of an advantage because of the tiered, the tiered gating, I guess we'll call it, of allowing in players. I guess they might have seen this as a way of preventing, Ultimate Edition players making $1 million while everybody else is sitting and waiting in the rafters. So those are definitely 2 theories right now. I don't want to pick any side because I don't want to come out wrong. And I know you're going to go ahead and say, no, this is the real pricing. But I think that at this point, it's so difficult to judge. I think we have to wait until the beta ends to properly determine, whether this was what Rockstar had planned from the beginning was test the waters on microtransactions, or to get us used to how bad these microtransactions are, so that when they come out with slightly better microtransactions, we'll praise them. It's difficult to say. Or if, like I said, they're actually just honestly going for trying to prevent beta players from having an advantage over the regular line players. Which, for the most part, is why I'm holding off on putting any real time into the game until the beta ends. Because I don't want to invest, hundreds of hours into something that's going to give me, fucking $10. And then the beta ends and suddenly the pay is back to normal.
Yeah.
The thing is, people are pointing out, you're getting pay for the jobs that would work in $18.99 when, $2 was about $20 for a job. But the prices on everything are 2018 level.
Yeah.
The example everyone's citing right now is the fact that the Mauser, the best pistol in the game, is $1,000. And somebody brought up a picture in real life of a store listing for a Mauser in $18.99 that lists the Mauser as being $50. So people are losing their shit over a lot of this. I'm curious to see where Rockstar turns it. If the pricing does not change once the Red Dead Online hits, the full version, if the pricing does not change, then fuck it, I'm only going to play it when I'm playing it with the other FOS guys. If they change the pricing, I'm probably going to put a lot of hours into Red Dead Online.
They change it so you get $50 for every mission you do.
Here's the thing, Addy. It would be such a minuscule change, it wouldn't make a difference.
I know.
There would be no reason for them to do that, because slowing a trickle to a slightly smaller trickle is just who the fuck cares?
No, the actual game starts, and it turns out that everybody who bought the Ultimate Edition to get the beta had freaking money boosters on. Hidden money boosters, so they actually get the $4
I don't have the
or
Ultimate
$2
Edition.
for the whatever.
It was the tiered release of first the Ultimate Edition guys, then the Day 1 guys, then the Day 3 guys, and then everyone.
But yeah, so the people who played the beta got freaking money boosters for the time of the beta, and then the full thing drops and it's like a cent mission.
But the other thing is that there are certain mechanics that the game refers to that don't exist yet. Like the idea of being able to fucking steal horses. You can't steal horses and sell them right now. Which is different from GTA 5, where one of the most steady ways to make money easily and casually in GTA Online was stealing cars and selling them. Except for the fucking simian vehicles. Man, Hattie, how many times did you ever step into GTA Online, steal a car, and it's like, fucking simian vehicles?
I did not play GTA Online all that much because I saw the grind. And I was like, yay, nay,
The grind
bye.
was not bad in GTA Online unless you were looking for the crazy shit they introduced later on, like the flying cars.
I was looking to have fun. The game wouldn't allow me. It only allowed me to freaking have races against myself because I was in a private server.
Well, there's a big part of your fucking issue that you didn't want to play on public servers.
Well, yeah, I want to have fun. I don't want to get shot by a freaking 5-year-old every 3 seconds I respawn.
Right, but if you go into, if you go into private free roam, that's understandable. I'd do the same thing. But if you want to play like races or shootouts, then you go into a public lobby and fight people.
But there's nothing else to do, is the thing.
Well, you could have...
Like in free roam, what the hell do you do? Nothing. Nothing that you can't do in single player anyway.
I'm thinking there's definitely stuff like stealing cars and running the CEO businesses and all that, but running the CEO businesses, you'd need more players.
And then there was also the time that we tried to play with Pink to check if everything could be set up. We spent 2 hours not being able to connect to each other, and then when we finally connected to each other, we started up freaking darts, and then we couldn't quit, and then the game disconnected. That was fun.
That sounds like GTA Online weirdness. Red Dead Online is definitely not as buggy in that regard as GTA Online. Though I feel like I have run into some bizarro bugs still. I will say one of the stronger... They made some good choices in some regards. The choice of adding stranger missions to free roam was a really good idea because it gives you a lot of stuff to do in free roam. Making hunting be a real thing gives you a lot to do in free roam. Like, there's not a lack of activities to do in free roam. You can still do a lot of the stuff you could do in single player. Robbing stagecoaches and robbing trains and going hunting, robbing the bank. You know, beating people up in the streets and mugging them. Though they did take away the ability to rob people without killing them, though. Because in regular Red Dead 2 single player, you can point a gun at somebody and mug them, and they'll give you the money, and you don't have to kill them. But in Red Dead Online, you have to kill them and then loot the body. Also, stealing from bodies, completely useless in Red Dead 2, because it gives you about 7 cents. Legitimately, it's like that fucking gif of, fucking gif from The Naked Gun, where Leslie, hang on, let me get you the gif. You'll recognize it when you see it. Wait. Okay, here it is. And I'll put a link to it in the description of the video if I remember to, which I probably won't. But it's the famous gif of from Naked Gun.
I don't see it yet.
Leslie Nielsen's character, fucking in the middle of a gunfight, picks up a little nickel and he's like, huh, and keeps fighting.
Yeah.
Cause what people are saying, oh yeah, that's when you pick that is Fallout and Red Dead both. I just love the casualness, how casual he is about it, you know?
Yeah, and then while checking out the nickel, he keeps firing.
Yeah, without looking at what he's firing at. And the random fucking baby carriage that goes by.
Yeah. I actually thought that was a robot for a second, like one of those freaking RoboCop robots. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh wow, that'd be a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was the name of the Leslie Nielsen's character in Naked Gun? Was it Drebin? I think his name was Detective Drebin or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Drebin is an oddly common name in fiction for it to not be one in real life. But, as I will keep saying, if they change the payouts to be something better, or if conversely they change the prices of everything to be better, I'd say Red Dead Online could be a lot of fun. So it's partially a wait and see, but I will say that if it stays the course, if it continues to behave as it does now, which it very well might, because this is an environment that will bring them tons of money from 12-year-olds who want to go around harassing people, then fuck it, I will boycott every Rockstar product from now on, and it will honestly ruin Red Dead 2 for me. An otherwise absolutely amazing game that might just be my favorite game of all time, if it weren't for this.
Yeah, I don't expect a lot of Rockstar.
Right, I know you don't, but I think you want something bad to happen, right? Because you want your hatred to be justified.
Yeah. I mean, my hatred is justified based on their moves so far. It's just that, this environment would be better if they choose to go with something that is good for the player.
Yeah. But what was I going to say? It completely slipped my mind. But, alright, with the news topics for the week done, let's go ahead and move on to what's going to be coming out on the channel in the next week. Well, it's going to be a lot of the usual series. Terraria is coming to an end. We will definitely be releasing the finale for Terraria sometime this week.
Yeah, possibly, if we remember to.
That's not a problem, because I figured out a way. Like, there was like a solid period of like 3 or 4 days where nothing came out on the channel, because I was busy every day, so I couldn't really do anything. So I figured out a way to set up the scheduled releases. Even when I know you upload things as unlisted, but I figured out a way to change it to be scheduled. So now they are scheduled to come out at 10:30 every morning. So now it's properly coming out one a day.
Nice.
Yep. So the usual series are going to continue. We're continuing to go through Dead Space at a bizarrely slow rate. It's incredible. Addie and I have finished recording Dead Space for 2 or 3 weeks now. And the videos are still coming out at a constant, steady stream. BioShock will be coming out. Scribblenauts will be coming out.
And the new series.
The new series. Well, I think the first episode of the new series has already come out, so we don't need to hide it. It's Sengoku Basara Sonata Yukinamura Den.
Yeah.
Okay. I was figuring I was going to butcher some part of it. Which, in a way, we have already finished, but it's technically halfway done, because we're going to be going through the side missions for extra content.
Yeah.
To pad it out some more. In terms of one-shots, I'm not exactly sure what we'll release for a one-shot this week. I'll probably go ahead and say it'll probably be Street Fighter.
Oh, shit, right, Street Fighter is a thing. I completely forgot.
So, we got that on Pink's channel. Pink will probably be coming out with more Pokemon. Da-da-da-da, so-and-so, It's difficult to say because he's not here, but, Addie, do you have anything planned for your solo channels in this coming week?
Having things planned and actually being able to do things is completely different.
That is true. That is very true.
So I've been planning on reviewing freaking 3 Burly Men. Burly Men at Sea. That's the name. 3 Burly Men.
That works too, honestly.
I mean, it does. But yeah, I've been planning on reviewing Burly Men at Sea for the past 2 weeks. But I have a thing. Let me check. This Friday. Well, this upcoming Friday. That more or less, basically, the force is forcing me to, the freaking thing from Star Wars is forcing me to go to dance practice.
The dark side of the Force. The dark side of the Force is like, you need to be lighter on your toes, Addie. This is good for you.
Yeah, so my school is forcing me to go to dance practice because I have a Hungarian tradition thing going on. That is to say goodbye to the school because whatever.
That makes no sense, but okay.
Yeah.
Us Americans can't even agree on whether or not we want to fucking say the national anthem in the morning.
So yeah, so I have to go to dance practice because of that, and the dance is on Friday, so that's nice. And then there's also the other thing that happened, which I mean we've
I
talked about it on we talked about it on the freaking forums, but yeah. So, my grandma died, which
generally
you
the
know,
gentler
yeah,
phrase in English is passed away.
eh,
But yes, and uh, it happened while we were recording one of the sessions of Sengoku Basara, didn't it?
yeah, it happened like exactly as I stopped recording. My dad barged into the room to tell me to go and help her up, and
We
then
don't need we
in
don't need too much details, Addy. I think it's better to save the audience from that.
and yeah, so it happened during that.
Yeah, yeah. I
You're uncomfortable by it, but I mean, like I'm more or less over it just because my freaking mind blocks out the memories.
well, that's a healthy way of looking at things. It really fucking sucks though.
I mean, it does, but oh well.
I mean, she was in pain though, yeah.
Uh, well, not constant pain, but yeah, she was in pain, and there was like she when we brought her to the hospital, like I want to say a month ago now, and by that point she wasn't. They couldn't save her if they tried, so they didn't, and they didn't tell us that she couldn't be saved. Now it was nice of them, as you can tell.
Public health care. Okay. That was an undue political comment from me, and that okay. I'll just shut up now. But
But yeah, what matters is that well, it's better for her. So
yeah, that always kind of alleviates it. But yeah, obviously rest in peace. And whew, are we supposed to talk about video games now? Because
yeah, I
yeah,
guess yeah.
talking about death is kind of heavy. So yeah, on my own personal channel, definitely don't expect anything in this coming week because it's college finals week. I'm going to be super busy with that. Over the Christmas season, though, I am thinking I'm probably going to finally look into streaming Fallout. I mean, not Fallout. God, no, Warhammer.
Fallout 76. You will stream Fallout 76.
I'm gonna stream the slow degradation of my fucking mind. The slow degradation of society. That's where the world's going right now, to Fallout. We're gonna declare war on China, and it's gonna be like, oh fuck. Ah. So, in terms of, oh right, I guess you go first. Addy, what have you done this past week other than play 3 Burly, Minute C, and ah, man.
Yeah,
Man, I was
Devilkins.
fucking watching the Terraria finale the other day, and I
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think when I start having strokes mid sentence, I shouldn't stop myself. Cause that fucking moment where I say storage room or something like that. Ah,
I don't know, but yeah, I continued playing For Honor. To everybody's surprise, I found out an interesting animation in For Honor. So, you know how the Shinobi has the Naruto run?
yeah.
Yeah, if you like if you go to the if you go to the side, if you change your direction, Shinobi does a dab. And if you run in circles, he runs like freaking Nobuyuki, I want to say, from Sengoku Basara.
God. Of
Yeah.
course he does.
I just wanted to say that to piss you off. But yeah, aside from that, I got back into playing Warframe, which, speaking of microtransactions, Warframe. How much do you actually know about Warframe? I think I've seen
I
that you played it, but I'm not sure.
I want to say I put in like 3 or 4 hours into it back in the day, and Soon bitched me out, as Soon does, with the fact that Soon's like, "I hate it. You shouldn't play it," and I'm like, "Eh."
So
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
most of what I remember is that it was it was one of those things where it felt like a system where you could do a lot of cool things, but there wasn't really much gameplay meat. But to my understanding, that was just the early days of Warframe, and nowadays it is an entirely different beast.
Well, last time I played, um, well then you don't have a recent enough knowledge of stuff. But basically, last time I played, um, they didn't help you with the Kubro mission. Have you gotten to that?
No, I don't even know what it is.
You get to get a dog. You have to incubate it.
Okay, so it's a dog egg.
Yes, a dog egg.
That's interesting. Dogs are mammals.
Well, it's not really a dog. It's like I want to say like it's a hyena, and not an alien hyena.
Okay. So we're just gonna say reptilian. Does it look reptilian or avian?
It looks like a dog. It looks canine.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if you want me to, I can send a picture, just so we're in the clear. But
No,
yeah, so last time I quit the game. I quit it because of these things because, well, the game didn't help you with the thing. Last time I played, I was on Xbox, and the only way to be able to actually incubate the dog was through paying money. So I was like, this is bullshit, and I'm not paying this anymore. And then I uninstalled the game.
that sounds like an unnecessary reaction.
I mean, it was a story mission, and one of the only ones that were open at that point.
Right, but that's got several story missions. I mean, did you get to the
Like,
fucking dream missions? Because I've heard about those. I've been trying to avoid spoilers about them, but
no, not even on my new save. I haven't yet. I mean, I'm halfway there, but I'm stuck on
all right. Here's the
what's
thing.
the
Here's the thing,
yeah.
Addy. Warframe was one of our planned possibilities for a story a idea of what we would do on the channel as a long term LP after Terraria. So maybe stay away from spoilers, because the dream missions are supposedly huge fucking spoilers.
Well, I'm still in the process of completing the freaking dog mission, so on the new save. Like I got the Arcwing. I actually like I'm waiting on the dog to finish being born, but yeah, other than that, I don't think that I like I'm roughly in the same place I was when I quit, I want to say.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so I did that, and then basically what I imagined is that since probably Pink is not gonna pick up a PS4 anytime soon
I
because
don't
of
know. We
reason.
need to ask him, because the last two fucking podcasts we didn't ask him.
Yeah, I mean I don't think it would be something he'd forget, but who knows?
I Pink's such a fucking laid back guy. I'd believe him. I'd believe that he would pick up a PS4 and wouldn't mention it.
But yeah,
Because
so
he's had plenty of
yeah.
moments where we were just in conversation with him, and we were like, "Oh, Pink, so and so and so and so," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I did that," and we're like, "What the fuck? Do you think that would have been relevant at some point in this discussion?"
Hmm. So yeah, so basically my idea is that if Pink's picks up a PS4, then we'll all do it on the PS4 just because, well, we need PS Plus to play anyway, and the PlayStation has exclusive PS Plus shit. And also, you wouldn't need to pay for color schemes then
I
because
don't
there's a
I don't
yeah.
think we really care.
But yeah, and then if not, then we'll continue on the Xbox where I've left off, and I'm not progressing at all.
All right. Other than that, what have you done this past week, Caddy?
I don't freaking remember. So I think we can just move on.
All right.
Oh shit! Right, I tried to freaking go back and um get some very Lords of the Fallen because they wanted to do a one-off on it, on me suffering through it or through parts of it anyway. And then it turned out that the freaking large attack button is RB and cannot be changed.
Uh-huh, that's the thing. Dark Souls games love their right bumper. So, oh boy.
Yeah, so instead of doing that, I went and uninstalled the game.
Yep.
But yeah, that's about all I've done.
All right. On my end, I haven't done a terrific degree of stuff. I played Warhammer, la-di-da. You know, played Red Dead. I am continually amazed by Red Dead Redemption 2's capacity to actually give you shit to do. Like, I think both you and I agreed that generally the biggest issue GTA 5 had was that outside of main missions and side missions, there was nothing to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Dead 2, that's not in place. It's like, oh, you don't want to do a main mission or a side mission? Go fucking hunting. Oh, go hiking, go exploring, go treasure hunting, go fucking fight with the other gangs, go gangster hunting. Go fucking rob a stagecoach, rob a train, rob a store, mug people in the streets, steal horses and sell them, rustle cattle and fucking rob farmers, rob their houses, steal all the shit from inside, eat their groceries, fucking kill all their cattle, skin them, take them to the butcher and fucking sell them.
The people, you mean? Skin the people. Sell them to the butcher.
Not yet, not yet. Arthur's got standards. Now, if the game lets you switch to controlling Micah, maybe. The game's cast is absolutely amazing. I fucking love them. Except Micah, he's the worst. Fuck him. I can't wait until... Here's the thing, I pointed this out to Pink. He is every Rockstar obvious betrayal character, right?
No, you said this on the podcast.
I did, right. But like, you've played more than one Rockstar game, right?
Yeah.
So you know Rockstar falls for a lot of the same tropes. They go for a lot of the same cliches. And one of the big ones is ally that is obviously going to betray you, but your character interacts with the allies with them anyways because they're a dumbass, right?
Yeah.
Micah is the ultimate. He is the ultimate shitty person ever. Not only is he an asshole to everyone he meets, not only is he an ardent racist that is constantly slinging racial slurs at the racial minorities in his own gang, because Lord knows it's fucking smart to sling racial slurs at the guys that are going to be watching your back. He sexually harasses the female members of the gang. He harasses the elders of your gang because he knows they can't defend themselves. He fucking harasses the camp dog because he knows the dog can't defend himself. And he kisses up to the gang leader, of course.
Kobe 2014.
I'm sorry, what?
Kobe 2014.
Yeah. And there's something to be said about, for the most part, they've taken a lot of the characters from Red Dead 1 who were really unsympathetic and retroactively made them sympathetic. Bill, in the first game, was a idiot thug who killed wantonly. And Red Dead 2 has mostly made him a lot more sympathetic, making him a guy who is very confused about what he wants to do, so he just kind of is a follower, but he is got certain standards. Like, it's worth noting, Red Dead 1, you thought Bill was the shittiest member of the old Dutch gang. And then Micah happens. And you're like, boy, Bill doesn't really care about killing, and Bill's kind of an asshole, and Bill's kind of a bully, but at least he isn't a racist, rapist, fucking misogynist, elderly abusing, animal abuser.
But yeah, so people are calling the economy in Red Dead Online microtransactions.
Microtransactions, because Micah is the symbol of everything. Everything. If there's something bad in Red Dead, Micah is the symbol of it.
So is Rockstar Micah?
No. I feel like Micah is supposed to be a satire of the players. I feel like Micah is supposed to be the new Trevor, where he's supposed to be a satire of the people that go through the game like that. I'm honestly thinking that. which then makes me wonder. I don't know. I question if they definitely should have done the 3-player character thing again, at least partially because Red Dead actually has a morality system. So I'd love to have one character who just goes crazy and commits all kinds of crimes, and one character who is far more moral, right?
Yeah.
And like that's definitely in place here. What it's like, I love Arthur. Arthur is probably the best Rockstar protagonist yet. In terms of like, he's probably the best handling of giving the player choice and letting the player make the decisions of the main character, while not taking away from the main character's actual character, right?
Plus, he also followed the train.
Yeah. Oh, Arthur follows the train hard. The great thing is, Arthur, in this case, is the big smoke. He's the one who yells at the other members of the gang for not following the damn train.
And then sells them out, to the freaking
I haven't got that far in the story yet. I haven't got that
Whatever.
far in the story yet. But he spends a lot of the game harassing Bill, because during the train heist at the start of the game, Bill's supposed to set up the dynamite, and Bill fucks up setting up the dynamite. So Arthur honestly spends the whole game like, you should have set up the damn dynamite, Bill. So that's fun.
So it's an episode of Pawn Stars. The game is.
That is the example someone used for Red Dead Online, where they think they're doing the Pawn Stars thing of setting a ridiculously high thing, so that the people are like, oh no, he's going to fucking string me up on this. I better go for the highest price I'll take. Right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, 1,500 would sound unreasonable if you thought they were looking for 1,000. But if it sounds like they're looking for 3,000, then 1,500 sounds real reasonable. But that whole thing, all the shit you can do, it does feel like if you're playing good or if you're playing evil, it does feel like you're kind of getting stuck out of content. Which is one way to encourage the player to play through the game again. Because it's like, alright, well now I'll do an evil playthrough and go commit all those crimes I did on the good playthrough, right? Or conversely, after the evil playthrough, you're like, now I'm going to play good and see all the missions I can get from hunting down criminals or what have you. I'm just kind of playing Arthur middling so that I can do both areas of content. But the great part about Arthur is that Arthur's personality behaves in such a way, like he's such a fucking dickhead to some people, but at the same time he's so honorable and respectful towards other people, that at once it feels like at the same time he could be a good, honest man who's just kind of shitty at times, and conversely it could be he's a really shitty person who thinks he's a good person. So either way, he works for whatever decisions you make, right?
Yeah.
And that was an issue John had in Red Dead 1, was John was just all around a good person. So it didn't make sense for you to go around fucking killing people and stealing their shit. Because John wouldn't do that. But Arthur might do that.
Isn't John in this game as well?
John is in this game.
Isn't he an asshole?
Yeah, kind of. He gets better over the course of the chapters. John's kind of an asshole in the first chapter. He may actually differ depending on how you treat him. Because at first I was kind of a dick to him, but I got nicer to him with time. But they've definitely added more scenes that are supposed to make John less morally perfect. They definitely are implying him to have been more of a drinker when he was younger, and they've outright said that he left for a year. That he left his wife and kid for a year, which is obviously a huge shitty thing to do. And it's kind of surprising, because in Red Dead 1, he's such a devoted father and husband, right?
Yeah.
So
He pulled a Sasuke.
Yeah. He pulled a Killick.
Yeah. I mean, no, because then he didn't have an illegitimate child.
Yeah. God,
It's more a Sasuke just because Sasuke left and then never fully came back.
I can't fucking get over that. I can't get over Killick fucking running to the hills once he got Xianghua preggers.
And then getting another woman preggers.
Killick, you fucking asshole. Why?
And then he's like, now I'm gonna bail and become a freaking...
The new Edge Master. Except that
Yeah.
Edge Master is still running around.
Yeah. So, with Edgemaster, Killick, and freaking Elysium, we need all of them back. Because he's an owl.
Yep. the instant I booted up Soul Calibur 3's tutorial, it shows me Olkadan, and I'm like, oh man, that's a character that never came back.
Yeah, I want him back. He was actually my favorite version of the Edge Master.
Yeah, Edgemaster's cool in that old master way, but Olkadan's great just because he's so bizarre. Why is he an owl man?
Yeah, it's it's a guy who's an owl, and for some reason he knows every fighting style. No reason. You just find him in the freaking Minotaur's labyrinth.
Is he the Minotaur? Has the Minotaur gone through some changes?
No, I think the Minotaur is like Rock. And then after you beat Rock, he shows up in the story mode or whatever.
I thought Olkadan's thing was if you went through story mode and you didn't lose a single round.
I don't remember.
I think it was that if you didn't lose a single round. Because if you didn't lose a single round, midway you would face Olkadan, and at the end you would fight Night Terror. Though I think, didn't Night Terror have a thing where you had to like get 3 perfects?
He probably did because I never faced him.
Yeah. I did once, and I was like, what the fuck? He killed me immediately, and if you lose the Night Terror, it just switches to Revenant. Or not Revenant,
Azazel or whoever. Not Azazel, freaking Zasalamel.
Yeah, Evil Zoslamel. I forget what the name of his super form was. We forget
Abyss.
it every time. Fucking hell. Abyss, right. And that's weird looking back at Soul Calibur 3, because Zoslamel is full evil in Soul Calibur 3, which is weird considering who he is in Soul Calibur 4. Pretty much the opposite. It's pretty much the only good thing Soul Calibur 4 did was changing Zoslamel's character arc. But, yep.
But yeah, I couldn't even check these things because my copy of Soul Calibur 3 doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I know. But, what was I going to say? Other than that, I haven't done a whole lot. I've watched a couple episodes of Cowboy Bebop, but I'm kind of refraining on saying too much until I finish, because I'm trying to binge the whole season. But, yeah, it's pretty good. For whatever reason, I thought it was Western made. Boy, is it not. Because those opening credits have a lot of names that are very, very Japanese. Steve Blum does an incredible job as Spike, as you would expect. It is, after all, the series that gave Steve Blum his name. Otherwise, voice acting varies between excellent, in the cases of a lot of the main characters, and hilariously bizarre in the cases of a couple other characters. There's one character that's a TV host, and he's fucking great, because he's supposed to be a cowboy advertising the latest bounties for bounty hunters. But he's a dark-skinned cowboy, and the voice actor can't tell if he's trying to go for a southern accent or a Mexican accent. And also the writing on his lines is very deliberately goofy. So firstly, I'm not even going to bother trying to imitate the accent for him, because it's just too good and you have to see it yourself. But there's something great about the fact that he finishes every line with, "Aw, shucks, howdy." Like midway through shucks, he changes to howdy. And it's so delightfully weird, because that's not a thing. That's not how howdy works at all. So, I love it. It's fucking great and ridiculous.
I'm disappointed that you didn't watch the series with subs.
Okay, no. I did watch Akira and Ghost in the Shell. No, I watched Ghost in the Shell with dubs, which was fine because the Ghost in the Shell, the voice acting was actually pretty good. Akira, I watched subs because I don't particularly remember why. But if I know that the dub is good, I'm definitely going to take the dub over the sub. Which is the case with Cowboy Bebop, because I know Cowboy Bebop is supposed to have one of the all-time best dubs ever. Because it's the one that gave Steve Blum his name. So, I went for that. And, yeah. Other than that, I don't think I've done a whole lot. I might have watched a movie, but I don't remember. I think mostly this week has been schoolwork. Like as I said, as I am closing in on finals week. Oh, and a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of college bureaucracy, clearing up financial aid and all that. So yeah, that was fun. All right. Well, folks, I believe we can call that a podcast at a roughly clean 1 hour. Don't forget
Yeah.
to tune in for next week's podcast and the rest of our content, and probably go check out Pink's channel and Addie's channel, and whenever I get around to setting it up, maybe my Twitch, who the fuck knows. And say bye, Addie.
Bye.
A little bit of a delay there, huh, Addie?
Yeah, do it on purpose.
Ah, there we go. And we will see you later.